We got fresh albacore, false albacore. That's a bonita strip. We call them bonitas here in South Florida. That's tapered. Kind of look like a ballyhoo, about the same length, shiny side. I'm using a long shank hook with a pin rig. I pop the pin through the front of the strip. I'm going to secure it through the eye of the hook now. That way, if you can see that, it's not coming out. Take your strip, measure it, so where the shank of the hook's laying across the strip. Pop it through. Now you got we got a squid skirt. Some people call them compacts. I'll lay that right on top of there. That's going to keep it from spinning. And then over that, we have our sea witch. This has got mylar in it. There's more variations of sea witches and squid skirts than there are fish, so find what works best for you. I find this color, especially in a greener type water, works really well, nice and bright. We have a long leader. We're tipped here with about 8 feet of fluorocarbon. The rest of it's 50-pound monofilament. It's about 100 feet long. I'm going to show you some of the tricks to keep that in order. It's not always easy, but with a long leader, the further you can get away from the planer, the better the bite you'll get. You also, it just seems like the things I teach my mate, further, fresher, just, you know, fresh bait, lighter leaders, all those little things, you know, help. So I'm going to go ahead and put this out. We have it on what's called a yo-yo. Some people call them Cuban yo-yo. Here we go. And when you get to the end, don't let go. It'll be on the blooper reel. Alright, at the end, I have a short double line here. That'll help with the break-offs. We also have a ball bearing snap swivel. I also have another ball bearing snap swivel up here on the planer. You can actually put 3 or 4 of these in line. What'll happen is if a fish is spinning or your bait is spinning, this will help with that 100 feet of mono so it won't get all spun up. So don't be afraid to put multiple swivels in line. If the planer doesn't scare the fish, certainly those snap swivels won't, and it'll help you with a lot of headaches on untangling that long leader. The planer, when we're fishing, it's going to be set in that position. That's what's going to make it dig. When it gets a bite, the fish is pulling from back here, trips it into the trip position, allows it to come up, and allows you to crank it in. So we're going to put it in the set position, and we're going to let it out. What we try to do is stagger these. This is my bigger planer that we're using today. This is a number 8. We're going to let it out about a 30 count. I actually have Power Pro on my reel, and from daily use, I can see where the line's faded. Makes a nice easy mark for me. Slowly put it in gear. You'll see the rod really bending over under the weight of that planer, and you want just enough drag to stop it from going out. Now when the planer's set like that, that's what you want. It's down there digging, and it's fishing. It's ready to rock. I'm gonna put the clicker on. I do that. Sometimes it gets hectic. You don't see the bite, you'll hear it. Some people don't like clickers. For me, it's just an added little thing. I think it's great. You're gonna hear that. Some people don't like them. That's personal preference. All right, so we got our short one. It's down there and dirty digging. So let's go ahead and rig up the long one. We're gonna have one bigger planer, deep and short. We're gonna have a smaller planer, higher and further back. That'll allow us to make really sharp turns without putting the two together. So staggering them is key, no matter whether you're fishing 2, 3, or even 4 planers. You gotta keep them staggered. If you don't, you're gonna end up turning the boat, untangling 2 planers, and burning a lot of your fishing time. So definitely a learning curve, but we'll try to get you tuned in here. Stand by.